Okay, this is the Get to Know You, Josh and Layla from the Healing Hub. All right, Layla, you're up.
Cool.
Would you rather eat a meal or drink a smoothie?
Definitely eat a meal.
Any more to that? Like, why not drink a smoothie?
It's going to take longer. I love chewing is medicinal.
Right.
And I love to eat 3 healthy meals a day. Nothing in between. To me, a smoothie reminds me of a beverage, and it's just not as fulfilling.
Not as satisfying.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Although if, my mouth was wired shut, I wouldn't have a choice. I could blend up a steak and drink that if I, had broken my jaw or something.
Oh my God.
That's the only scenario where I'd really want a smoothie, I think. I would do a chocolate milkshake though, 100%.
Does that count as a smoothie?
It could be a meal replacement if needed. Although I tend to just, I'd want to add it to my meal, the chocolate milkshake.
All right.
Yeah.
What else you got?
All right, Josh, black t-shirt or gray t-shirt?
I go with black. I mean, as you can tell from my food comment, I think that a lot of times I end up spilling stuff on myself.
You do.
So black hides the stains better. Plus, I think I look better in black.
I think he looks better in gray.
You do?
Because of his beard, the black and white mix, I think gray is more flattering and it actually hides more stuff for you to spill your
Really?
drippage. I would have gone with gray.
Okay.
But black if it's your undershirt, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Healing Hub shirts are going to be in gray, so you are getting your wish.
That's all right. What else?
All right, Layla, would you rather go for a bike ride or a walk?
A walk, hands down.
Oh, really?
I like to go for a walk because I feel like I'm a little bit more present. I like my feet hitting the ground. I feel like it's easier to, I don't want to say speed up or slow down depending on my heart rate. And I just feel like I get more out of it when I go for a walk. I feel like it's a more whole body experience. Where biking, I just feel like everything's right here, thighs, knees, butt. And it's doesn't feel like a full body experience for me.
I choose bike just because of my knees. I have 3 surgeries between the 2 knees, and it does not feel good to have that impact of walking. I end up having sore knees for a day because of a long walk. Whereas a bike, I don't have that problem, and I feel like I can go farther, I can go faster, I can take breaks in the middle of it and coast going downhill, and also get extra exercise pedaling uphill. It's bike all the way for me. Thank you, by the way, for going on a bike ride with me yesterday.
You're welcome.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. And I, of course, go for walks with you at any, when you ask me.
I know. When I ask you nicely.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
All right, Josh, this one's for you.
Homework or reading? Isn't reading homework? To me, that is homework. I don't typically read for recreation. I read to learn. So, I don't know. I guess it all depends on what the homework is. But I probably choose reading, although I consider it homework. What about you?
Reading, definitely. I love reading. I love books. I especially love self-development books, like the books to feed my brain and learn new skills and kind of produce more. So I love books. I like reading books also about people's personal stories and where they come from. I feel like it helps me to get another perspective on life coming from somebody else's point of view. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Layla,
Smart lady.
For you, worship music or prayer?
Worship music or prayer? That's a hard one for me to answer. I would say if I had to pick one or the other, I would say worship music. Because I feel like worship is a form of spiritual warfare prayer and also gratitude. There's a lot mixed into the music. And also the worship music is typically on a frequency that is healing, gratitude, abundance. There's so much in the musical tonality that can help set other people free, where sometimes I feel like prayer could just be more one-sided, more about me and my heart, where worship stimulates more prophetic and warfare, gratitude. I feel like it's a more robust experience that has to do with more people than just me. How about you?
It's cool. Yeah, I like worship better as well. I feel like I can do both. I can be praying while I'm worshiping in the music. Plus,
I agree.
The words and the music together combined just hits me on a whole another level, a deeper level than prayer alone. Yeah.
Agreed. Cool.
All right, Josh, this one's for you. Pepsi Zero or coffee?
Ooh, you know I like both, right? I will do coffee to get me through the day, and then I typically save the Pepsi Zero just for lunch because I like the way that it tastes with food, whereas coffee doesn't really go as well with food. So I do the Pepsi Zero with my food and then coffee in between meals. But I do like coffee with the breakfast. I'll do water with the fruit part of the breakfast, but coffee with the eggs and sausage. That's our typical go-to. What about you?
Coffee. All day long,
Yeah.
coffee for me versus soda. I think I don't like the chemicals and the bubbly stuff. It kind of, overstimulates me maybe somehow. But yeah, coffee I like, especially warm. I feel like there's something to the warmth that is medicinal for me in the coffee. If I drink coffee, it's almost always warm or hot.
Because iced coffee is just gross. I'm
Agreed.
gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, we're both thumbs down to iced coffee. It's like paying for water plus coffee.
It's paying for coffee that you let sit out too long.
Boo to iced coffee from the rules anyway.